Okay guys, this is part 3 of your review videos. We're starting with the inequalities now. So the first 6 will be just basic solving of inequalities, and then we will get into writing inequalities from real world problems. The second part when we get there is where I told you guys that you might struggle a little bit if you were starting this review early, because some of my classes haven't gotten that far yet. So I just want to make sure that I explain this to y'all really well, because we haven't covered those the way that I've wanted to in class yet. So we'll just talk about that when we get there. But let's do the first 6. So number 16, I can solve two-step inequalities. Remember that the difference between an equation and an inequality is that an equation has one answer, and that an inequality can have many different possible answers. Okay. Also remember that we need to keep in mind that with inequalities, should we multiply or divide by a negative, we have to flip the inequality sign. Okay, so we have negative 3x minus 11 is greater than 45. Well, the first thing we're going to do, just like we do with equations, is to get rid of our constant. So we're going to add 11 to both sides. We have negative 3x is greater than 45 plus 11, which is 56. Okay, and then we are going to divide both sides by negative 3. That'll give me x by itself, but because I divided by a negative, I have to flip that inequality symbol to go the different direction. Okay. Now I knew 56 divided by 3 is going to be, okay, I'm going to go out here. 56 divided by 3 one time, 3, 6, this will be 8, 24, 18 and 2/3, because we have a remainder of 2 out of the 3. So x is less than 18 and 2/3. So any number that is less than 18 and 2/3 can be a solution to this inequality. Okay, let's look at number 17. 10 minus x is less than or equal to 35. Okay, so I have a positive 10, and that's still my constant. It doesn't matter if it's listed first. That'll give me negative x by itself is less than or equal to 35 minus 10, which is 25. Now I can't have a negative x, so what I'm going to do is divide each of these sides by negative 1, because remember there is a 1 in front of an x. You know, x means 1, so we're going to divide by a negative 1. So this is going to leave me with x. Because I divided by that negative, I have to flip my inequality symbol. So x is greater than or equal to 25 divided by negative 1 is going to be negative 25. I didn't box my answer in my other one. So any number that is greater than or equal to negative 25 would fit for x. So it could be negative 23, 0, any of those numbers would fit this inequality. Okay, number 18, x over 2 minus 8 is greater than or equal to 18. So I'm going to get rid of my constant by adding 8 on both sides. I'm going to undo it with my inverse operation. 18 plus 8 is 26. Okay, I have a division problem, so I'm going to multiply each side by 2. I don't have to do anything with my inequality symbol because I did not multiply or divide by a negative. And 26 times 2 is 52. So x is greater than or equal to 52. So any number that is greater or equal to 52 would fit a solution for this inequality. So number 19. 30 is less than 2x minus 6. Well, we talked about always wanting the variable on the left-hand side. So we're going to rewrite this. 2x minus 6 is greater than 30. Okay, now we're going to solve the inequality. 6 is our constant, so I'm going to add 6 on both sides. That'll give me 2x is greater than 36. I would divide both sides by 2. That'll give me x by itself is greater than 18. So any number that is greater than 18 would fit this inequality, would be a solution to this inequality. 1.5x plus 12 is less than 18. So we are going to subtract 12 from both sides because that's our constant. Okay. And now we're going to divide each side by 1.5. X is less than 4. So any number less than 4 would be a solution to this inequality. Number 21, 16 is greater than or equal to 6 plus x over 2. So we're going to rewrite it so that the variable is on the left-hand side. So we're going to say 6 plus x over 2 is less than or equal to 16. Okay, then I'm just going to solve the inequality and do my constant first. That'll give me x over 2 is less than or equal to 16 minus 6 is 10. I'm going to undo my division with multiplication. So I will have x is less than or equal to 20. I did not have to do anything to my inequality symbol because I didn't multiply or divide by a negative. All right, let me fold my paper so I can show you the bottom part a little bit easier. All right, so Jasmine has a budget of $600 to spend on home renovations. She will spend $175 on a new sink and the remainder on countertops. What is the maximum number of, the countertops cost $35 per square foot. What is the maximum number of square feet that Jasmine can purchase? So our variable is going to be the number of square feet in the countertop. Okay. Then we're going to go through and identify what we know. So Jasmine has a budget of $600. Okay, so that's going to be on one side of our inequality for sure. She will spend $175 on a new sink and $35 per square foot. So that's going to be 35x because that is the square foot part of our variable, right? And now we need to identify what kind of inequality symbol we're going to have here. So we need to look for a word that might tell us what is the maximum number of square feet. So it has to be less than or equal to 600. Less than or equal to 600 because we want the maximum number. So less than or equal to 600. All right, 23. Hayden earns $9.50 per hour as a lifeguard. He earns a bonus of $50 for taking a training course. How many hours must he work to earn at least $300? I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't realize it was on the screen. Let me read it one more time. Hayden earns $9.50 per hour as a lifeguard. He earns a bonus of $50 for taking a training course. How many more hours of work must he earn at least $100? So our variable is definitely the number of hours. And then we're going to go through and identify what we know. Okay. We want to work at least $300. At least. Okay. Now we also know he earns $9.50 per hour plus $50 for that training course. Okay. Would be greater than or equal to 300 because we see that word at least. $9.50x plus $50 is greater than or equal to 300. Okay. Mrs. Russell wants to buy 3 ties and a belt and must spend no more than, so less than or equal to, $80. The belt cost $28.50. If the 3 ties are the same price, how much did he pay for each tie? So our variable is the price per tie. Okay, let's talk about what else we know. He can spend no more than $80. So it's got to be less than or equal to 80. Okay, we bought 3 ties, so there's our 3x. They all cost the same amount, plus $28.50 for that belt. So $28.50, 3x plus $28.50 is less than or equal to 80. Number 25, an online music service charges a $12 registration fee plus $1.50 for each song downloaded. If Mary Beth has a gift card with $60, how many songs can she download? So our variable is going to be the number of songs that she can download. Let's go through and talk about what else we know. An online music service charges a $12 registration fee, so we know that there's at least going to be one $12 initial cost fee, plus $1.50 for each song downloaded. There's your variable, 150x. Okay? She has a gift card with $60. So whatever amount we spend right here has to be less than or equal to $60 because they're not going to let her spend more than what's on her gift card if she's trying to pay with that. All right, guys, I'm going to stop this video, and there will be one more with part 4 for this review.